I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hi there, this is Matt once again, and like I probably already said before, I wanted to revisit a few Dolph Lundgren films that I reviewed way back when, but wanted to give another shot, another take on them, because I think they're films of Dolph Lundgren's that are underrated. And like I said before, I already re-reviewed Ico in Peace, also known as Dark Angel, which is my favorite Dolph Lundgren film. But hopefully by this time you've seen a review for The Punisher, and today I also will bring you a review for Showdown in Little Tokyo. One's a warrior, one's a wise guy. They're two LA cops going after a gang of Japanese drug lords. Feet first. And that's pretty much the plot of the movie. This movie is so underrated, it's not even funny. It's a 5.7 on IMDb, deserves a lot higher than that. This is criminally underrated film. Criminally underrated. It just a awesome action movie. Where to begin? First off, what makes this film great, which actually, that's one thing that you commend Warner Brothers on. One thing. But I don't even know if I could say that. Because this film apparently was re-edited to make the film a faster pace because Warner Brothers were unhappy with an early cut. I don't know why they were unhappy, which just me shitting on their job. Apparently, they had done the same with Out for Justice, which I loved. Scenes cut include a different introduction to Kenner, Dolph Lundgren's character, with his former partner Yosuto, more of the Nelson character, which is a detective, played by Ernie Lively, more dramatic scenes between Lundgren and Lee, and a scene after the opening gunfight at the underground boxing match where Kenner's chewed out by superiors for all the mayhem he has caused. Now, to be honest, none of that stuff needed to be in the film. I'm fine with it not being in the film, but I would still like to see them, which you'll see me ranting about this DVD and about Warner Bros. In general, and probably be a long review. But the basics, I mean, like I said, yeah, Dolph Lundgren, who I think did a great job here as Kenner. He's a cop who's sort of in the ways of the samurai. You find out that his parents were killed by a member of the yakuza, who is also the same guy who's our head bad guy in this film, played by Terry Hayuki Tagawa. This is the same guy who would be the bad guy in Mortal Kombat, as Shane Tsung. He always plays a great bad guy. Great character actor. I don't know if you call him a character actor, just a great actor in general, in my opinion. And of course, Brandon Lee is Dolph Lundgren's new partner. He's a guy, sort of a smart-ass type of guy. Very funny. Brandon Lee did a fantastic job in this. I say my second favorite Brandon Lee film. I'm not sure. It's Rapid Fire or this one as my favorite. I'm not quite sure. Rapid Fire, he's the lead, but here it's hard to pick which is my favorite Brandon Lee film. I say Rapid Fire, but I also really like this film, so it's hard. It also co-stars Tia Carrere, which I guess she's probably most famous for Wayne's World. And the film was directed by Mark L. Lester. Now, if that name sounds familiar, This is the same guy who directed Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Other films he directed: Class in 1984, which I highly enjoy. Firestarter, which is a Stephen King adaptation. Armed and Dangerous, which I thought was a fun John Candy comedy. Class in 1999. Uh, to be honest, this is, I think, his last great movie. Because other films, either I haven't seen them, like Pterodactyl from 2005. Extreme Justice was like okay at best. He did a film called Double Take with Craig Sheffer, which I've never seen. Really nothing that jumps in my mind about the films he did after this film. And this came out in 1991. Now, as for the plot, is fairly simple. I've said this before and I'll say it again. This film is what Double Dragon, the movie, would be. Take Double Dragon, the video game, you turn to a movie, change a few little things. That's this movie. I do not like the Double Dragon movie that we got. I like Mark Dacascos, but he's very wasted. And Scott Wolf, or whatever the fuck his name is, I am not a fan. If you like Double Dragon the movie, that's fine. I'm not a fan of Double Dragon the movie. I think that's a lame movie. It was a movie that was like made for little kiddies. Sound effects and stuff out of Power Rangers. I'm not a fan of Power Rangers. Maybe that's why. Double Dragon, just the movie that they actually made was just horrible in my opinion. This is what Double Dragon the movie would be. These two guys, and there is tons of action. And that's why I don't mind the re-editing that Warner Brothers did. Granted, there should be two versions of the movie. One, Mark L. Lester's original cut, and then this cut, which I'll get to later. But I'm fine with it because the stuff didn't need to be in the film, and it's also one of the reasons. If they did the same thing for Out for Justice, that's fine, because Out for Justice, really enough, is my favorite Seagal film, Steven Seagal film. And this is definitely one of my favorite Dolph Lundgren films. It would definitely be in my top 5. Maybe even my top 3. It's a hard list to come up with. I know my favorites that come in peace. But this film is very fast-paced. It's a very, very fast-paced film. The film, with credits, is 78 minutes long. So if you take out the end credits, this is an hour and 15 minutes. An hour and 18 minutes with the credits. And so then, okay, you realize why it's so short, because they took some scenes out. But I'm fine with that, because it's like they took the fat out of this movie. So it's a lean, mean, fast-paced fighting machine. And that's one of the things. This goes at such a fast pace. It's like you never get bored with this film. I'm sorry. In my opinion, you never get bored, because there's always something happening. Right in the first 10 minutes of this film, you get Dolph Lundgren in this illegal underground fighting circuit. Gives a super punch on a guy, knocking his ass out of the ring. You get a gunfight. One of the baddies is actually Tatsu. Or the guy who played Tatsu in the first first two Ninja Turtle movies. So you get a gun battle. You get a little cheesy thing where Dolph Lundgren jumps over a car, which they later did in Exit Wounds with Seagal. Which, I don't know. Apparently this film, the original script, was had a more serious tone to it. But as they made the film, they made it more of a tongue-in-cheek, which makes sense because Mark L. Lester did Commando, which is definitely more tongue-in-cheek. And I'm fine with that in this instance. I think the tongue-in-cheek helps with the film, makes it a much more fun, entertaining picture. But like I was saying, the first 10 minutes you did a gun battle, Dolph Lundgren super punching out of the ring, a gunfight. You get then Dolph Lundgren trying to have his tea or coffee. Some guys try to get this woman to pay them. He says, if I don't get my breakfast, I get grumpy. You don't want to see me grumpy. And like hits like 3 guys at the same time with kind of like a weird like kick and punch and punch. He's fighting these guys. He's using some martial arts in this film, which I appreciate. And then Brandon Lee comes in. One doesn't know that the other's a cop, so they have a fight. They get shot at. They find out that they're cops, and they're actually now partners. Brandon Lee's been assigned to Dolph Lundgren. So you already have like 2 action scenes. You've got the partners meeting up in the first 10 minutes. And the film does not stop. They get a guy. You have fun banter between these guys, fun dialogue. I think Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren play off each other very well. They arrest this guy who later on cracks his own neck, breaks his own neck, so that they can't get information out of him. I love Brandon Lee. That was nuts. The fuck do you do that for? Well, in his world, that was the honorable way to die. What world is that? They talked with sort of their boss. And really it's like, you have a little bit into the bad guys, like Carrere Tagawa. There's this chick who told someone about his business. Basically, his business is that he owns this brewery, but he's also has these drugs that he's going to ship out using it as a cover. I think the drug is called ice, methamphetamines, that type of stuff. And this girl's like, okay, don't kill me. I'll do this. I'll do that. Just pretty much naked. You see your titties, and then he's feeling her up, gets a sword, and cuts her head off. This film is definitely R-rated. It's like, oh shit. They find her dead body. They talk to Tia Carrere when they're getting in, who works at this club, scenes at this club. And, they're fighting these guys, and then they talk to Tia Carrere, and then they fight these guys some more. And Brandon Lee is definitely a great martial artist. He's flipping over tables. They're both helping each other out. Dolph Lundgren, uses what you carry glasses in, one of those plates, to block a guy, and some guy usually, punches right through it, knocking the guy out. They get caught. You have more fun banter where Brandon Lee puts his badge out. It's like, see, I'm a cop, policeman. It's bad to shoot me. He's a cop too. It's bad to shoot him. Then all the guys have their guns on them. Shit. And the reason is that they were taken to Carrere Tagawa, and Dolph Lundgren realizes that's the guy who killed his parents and pulled a gun on him, while all the bad guys pull a gun on them. And Brandon Lee talked him down, saying, you don't like this guy? I see you don't like this guy. And he talks him down. He's like, so you don't kill him? Not now. Maybe later. So Dolph Lundgren has some good lines too. And this film has everything you want. You got 2 guys with a lot of fun banter between each other. It's wall-to-wall action. You get to see more titties than I told you, because when they enter the club, it's one of those clubs that they have naked women laying down and people eat sushi off their bodies. Because Brandon Lee made a comment where, he's not into sushi, he's not into fish, and he looks at him and says, you know that fish thing? I could get into that. And then after they get out of the club, it's realizes that Dolph Lundgren's parents were killed by this guy. And he's like, we're going to do this right, okay? And then when we're done, we're going to eat some fish off those naked chicks. And then you have that moment. They do this, and then finally, I'm going all over the place. I'm stumbling over my words. This film is just, it's so fast, I'm barely even keeping up with the plot. Yeah, some people say it would be a flimsy plot, but it's fine when I'm having enough fun. This film is not that long. That's a good thing. Again, it's like you take an action movie, you cut out all the fat, and just leave all the good parts. Fun banter, action, titties. Some action, some fun banter. Because then they're looking for Tia Carrere, and they find this place. You realize she's going to kill herself because she's been raped before. They don't show the rape. You don't need to. You just need it to be implied. She feels she's dishonest. She's going to kill herself. So Dolph Lundgren goes in this facility, shooting people, punches right through a wall and knocks a guy out. More gunplay, helps tip this car over, drives, shoots the car, blows it up. They head out, give Tia Carrere a gun. They go to this bathhouse. They kick the shit out of people there. They want to get Carrere Yutagawa. They have a fight scene. Brandon has a fight here. Dolph Lundgren has a fight, especially in one of the baths, underwater, fighting with this big fat guy, killing him. They get out of there. They go to this place that's a hideout. That's Dolph Lundgren's one of his old hideouts. Tia Carrere comes up. You get to see her naked, have a sex scene. Then bad guys try to go into place, and you have that famous line where Brandon Lee's asking where she's at, and Dolph Lundgren's saying, yeah, she's in my room. And Brandon Lee's like, I knew that was going to happen. She was scared. Yeah, I saw you walk butt naked to the tub. I'd be scared too. And Brandon Lee says, Kenner, in case we get killed, I just want to let you know, you have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man. And Dolph Lundgren's like, thanks. I don't know what to say. And Brandon Lee's like, say don't get killed. And Dolph's like, don't get killed. You too. This fun banter, really tongue-in-cheek. You knew that they were having fun making this film. Just wall-to-wall action, like Dolph Lundgren's using his, samurai tools like a sai and ninja stars, hitting people in the face. Brandon Lee's using a shotgun. They get caught, tortured. They still have talking shit about it. And even Dolph Lundgren, he's tied. He's like, we're going to do something that's either really right or very wrong. Takes the guy and electrocutes him. They get out. They get caught in this car. They slam down. They're about to be crunched into it's a junkyard. They're going to be grinding into this machine that, rips up cars, tears them apart. They try and get out, and Brandon's like, come on, get that muscle man stuff going. And Dolph's like, will you fucking legs push? And they get out, and they're talking. They steal a truck. They drive in. They're shooting people. Carrere Yutagawa's like, you did. It sucked. So we came back. Well, hell sucked. I'm not sure if he says it sucked or hell sucked. I mean, hell sucked, so we came back. And, practical bullet squibs, shooting people left and right. Brandon Lee fights Tatsu from the first two Ninja Turtle films. Really well done, well choreographed fight scene. Then has that great thing, you have a right to remain silent. Kicking the shit out of him. You have a right to attorney. Kicks his ass over into the brewery. And then Brandon Lee gets the liar. You have the right to remain dead. Blows the shit out of the whole place. They get the girl. They go after Tagawa. And then you have Dolph Lundgren versus Carrere Yutagawa in a sword fight. Stabs him. Dolph Lundgren throws the guy into this thing and that turns around and blows up. They have some fun banter and they walk away, and end of the movie. I mean, I know I just gave away the plot, but you're not seeing Showdown Little Tokyo for the plot. You're seeing for the action, for the fun banter, and believe me, I didn't say all of the fun banter. I left that so people can check it out. What I didn't tell you was the action scenes. They're very well choreographed. They're well shot. You have practical bullet squibs. It's very fast-paced. There's plenty of action. There's more action in this film than a lot of films in today. They have, I think this budget was like $8 million, give or take. I remember reading that somewhere, and that's nothing. $8 million for this? Man, why can't they do more movies like this today? It's very fast-paced. These two are extremely fun, back and forth. It's well shot. You got your titties, you got your violence, you got two guys kicking the shit out of people like Double Dragon. This is a true Double Dragon movie. You got fun banter between the two. You got great bad guy in Carrere Yutagawa. Tia Carrere does fine, plus she's very nice to look at. The score by David Michael Frank is very well done. I would probably say this is my favorite score. I talked about him. He did the score to Street Night with Jeff Speakman. He also did scores to some Steven Seagal stuff like Above the Law, I think Out for Justice and Hard to Kill. And I think he did Code of Silence for Chuck Norris as well. So he's done a lot of scores. I always say this is my favorite. I mean, that theme. Dun dun down. Down, down, down. Dun dun dun. Great, excellent score. Really fits the film well. I have no complaints about the film because it's just, if you want an action film, this is what you get. It's an hour and 17 minutes that's with credits. It's like, all again, I keep saying all the fat was taken out and they just, boom, they went. Fast-paced, it's funny, it's definitely action-packed, it's tongue-in-cheek, so it's not deathly serious, but at the same time, it's like Commando. It's not deathly serious. It's a fun movie. You knew they were making a fun movie. And it makes sense because Mark L. Lester directed Commando, so it's that type of feeling. Well choreographed fight sequences. Great score, I'll say again. I just don't want to miss anything. I don't understand the bad reviews this film got. I don't understand it. What's wrong with this film? What more do you want? You got two very capable people, Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee. They were played well together. Played solid. Apparently in the shooting script, there was a chase scene after that bath scene, Japanese bath scene I was talking about, where they go after the yakuza, and it ended up an action scene set in a mall. That would have been very cool. 13 seconds were cut in order to avoid NC-17, namely an extra topless shot during the pool party, some of Carrere Yuki Tagawa caressing that shit before chopping her head off. Her initial decap lost an extra shot. When her severed head is shown, the head is shown once due to an extra shot being cut. When Karen stabs a guy in the water, a brief close-up of him stabbing him in the gut and twisting the knife was edited out. Then the version screened for test audiences, Tia Carrere's rape was longer, more brutal. And none of that's really needed. I mean, that's one of those films that, I don't need to see an NC-17 version. It's 13 seconds long, and I don't really need to see all that. You got to see enough of that. I don't need to see any more of the rape. Just being implied was good enough. Now, I will bitch about Warner Brothers. But before that, I want to see if there's any of the trivia that I wanted to mention. One Draft was written by Steve Sharon, who had written the Dirty Harry movie, The Deadpool. Talked about the editing, which I'm fine with, actually. That's the only thing I can agree with Warner Bros. On. But other than that, my complaint with Warner Bros. Is this. Here's where Warner Bros. First off, let me complain about this DVD. This is a shitty DVD, Warner Brothers. You fucking assholes. Because this DVD is so poor. First, let me just show the inside there. They don't even have a picture of Dolph Lundgren from the movie. Like, you see how his hair is there? It's more of a... This is like something like, looks like Ivan Drago or Red Scorpion type of look. Like, his hair is like different, and it's like they didn't even know what the hell to do with that. I mean, his hair is like completely different. I'm just looking like back and forth on this. But that's not what I was going to talk about. What I was going to talk about is the fact that the menu screen, you know what's on the menu screen of this? All it is you got to jump to a scene, play a movie, and the background is just a big fucking Warner Bros. Logo. They couldn't even put like this on the background of the fucking menu. Let alone any features whatsoever. But even just, like, it just showed they didn't give a shit. They just, hey, don't even put this in the menu. Just have the menu be a big Warner Brothers logo. Like, gigantic Warner Brothers logo. Like, pretty much this filled up the entire screen. And then right here is like jump to a scene and play movie. Not even a trailer. Not even fucking production notes. Which is like the bare minimum of a lot of other DVDs. Let alone, I want to see features. I want to see interviews. I want Dolph Lundgren to talk about how was it working with Brandon Lee. How was it working with Mark Lester. I want an interview with Mark Lester. I want an interview with Dolph Lundgren, Mark Lester, Carrere Yuji, Tia Carrere. But of course, the film didn't do well. And that's another thing I want to bitch at Warner Bros. I want to give a big fuck you to Warner Bros. You are cocksuckers. You are fucking dickheads. Why do I say that? I use Box Office Mojo, and you can actually check out the dates of when these films came out. And this is Warner Bros. Great idea. You have two up-and-coming guys. Like, Dolph Lundgren, he's pretty new to the screen. I mean, you had Rocky 4, you had Red Scorpion, you had, and then you have a newcomer like Brandon Lee. Guess how many theaters they showed this film at? Guess how many fucking theaters they showed this movie at? How many theaters? 1,000? No. 800? No. 500? Still no. Come on, at least 300. No. 200? No. And its opening weekend, these cocksuckers at Warner Brothers opened the film in 140 theaters. 140 theaters! No wonder the film flopped. 140 fucking theaters! So it debuted, obviously, in its opening weekend at number 16. It didn't even crack the fucking top 10. Because Warner Brothers decided, obviously, if they don't put this film in 140 theaters, you can goddamn guarantee they did not promote this film and advertise this film at all. It's like, why should we advertise it? We're only putting it in 140 theaters. Hell, some fucking movie I've never heard of called The Doctor came out in 888 theaters. I mean, what the fuck is The Doctor? I've never even heard of The Doctor. Something with William Hurt. I mean, what the fuck? Like, literally, what in the fuck? So you don't advertise it. Why would they advertise a film that's only 140 theaters? So, of course they're not going to advertise it. And it's only 140 fucking theaters. 140. That is fucking pathetic. So the film never had a chance. This film, fun, fast-paced. I call it excellent because I don't see any problems with this. You like action films? This is the kind of movie. Great score, two great action guys, great bad guy, lots of action, fast-paced. You got your titties, you got your violence. It's definitely rated R. And it's only like an hour and 17, hour and 18 minutes with credits. So it won't take you long to watch. It goes by at a fast pace. And they did not even give it a chance, Warner Brothers. 140 theaters. If that's the case, why don't you just release a direct-to-video then? If 140 theaters, that's like nothing. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I mean, Warner Bros. This is when Warner Bros. Was also releasing Doc Hollywood and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and a lot more theaters, over 1,000. But no, 140 theaters. That's stupid. That makes no fucking sense. No sense whatsoever fucking ever. It's fucking ridiculous. For fuck's sake. It pisses me off that a solid, fun action movie will bomb badly because of that shit. So, of course, it only made a total of $2,275,557. So, just say $2 million. Again, because they opened it in 140 fucking theaters. Which makes no fucking sense. Says here, Warner Bros. Were not happy about the film re-edited it, only to give it a limited theatrical run in the US, Mexico, Italy, Israel, and Hungary. Except for these markets, the film was released direct-to-video in other countries in 1992. So, that is such bullshit. I mean, I just wanted to say, big fuck you to Warner Brothers, can kiss my ass for not giving this movie a chance in theaters. And then you give it a shitty DVD with, you don't even give it a fucking menu, really. Like, I guess technically it's a menu, but let's just have a big Warner Bros. Logo and jump to a scene and play movie. That's just pathetic. I don't even think there's fucking subtitles on this fucking DVD. I didn't try it. I wouldn't be fucking surprised. They just said closed captioning, but I think I actually tried it just to see it. It didn't work on mine. Not even a fucking trailer, not even production notes, not a damn thing. This is not a bad movie. This is a great action movie. If you want action, this is what you get. Tons of it. And fun banter. I'll say again, this is Double Dragon the movie, done the right way. It sucks. It pisses me off. All I had to do is change a little stuff. Yeah, that's what it is. So, Showdown Little Tokyo, very fun movie, very solid action picture. If you've never seen it, I definitely give it a shot. Obviously, if you're not a fan of Dolph and Brandon, then you're not going to like it. But if you are, and you've never seen this, I know my friend Michael Keane is a fan of Dolph Lundgren. Michael Keane, I've never heard you talk about this film. If you've never seen it, I think you will love it. If you love Commando and you love Dolph Lundgren, you love those kind of action movies, you will love this film. Other fans of 80s or the early 90s action films, if you love action films, I think you'll enjoy this film. It's just highly underrated. But either way, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you later. Bye.